What's up, guys and girls? Welcome back. So today is a short update on the sleeper sedan. We made some decent progress on the car. Suspension is sorted. We finally got the front low control arm bushings replaced and stiffened up the traction bar a bit, and the car drives way better, way safer as well. And then today we are actually planning on pulling the motor. So the car is actually getting ready for paint. So we're gonna pull the engine, and we're obviously gonna mark out the in the engine bay area where we're gonna have the spray painter / panel beater close up all the miscellaneous holes in the firewall, as well as maybe shave the bay a bit, and then he's gonna obviously give the bay a good lick of paint, and then we'll repair the exterior and have the exterior blowed over as well. So then that will be cleaned up, and then the car, I would say the car would be, I'd say 80% completed. Okay, so on the engine bay side, I finally built a little cold air induction for the car. If I must be frank with you guys, there's a big difference in how this car actually performs now that there's a cold air induction on. There's obviously a big delay as well. I noticed also the lambda is running, actually showing a bit rich, which is kind of, I wouldn't say it's a good sign, but there's obviously for some adjusting to be made on the map side. So I'll have to obviously, once everything is completed, we'll get the car road tuned, and then we'll probably head off to the dyno to see how much numbers we can pull off from this engine. So yeah, let me show you actually what it looks like. Okay, so this is a 2.5 inch 76mm, if I'm not mistaken. It's a straight pipe with a little 90-degree bend on it, and my welding is getting pretty decent. You can see I'm not very consistent, like I'm too fast as well. I like how the guys like Speed Factory and those people and Track Tough, oh, their welds are beautiful. So I mean, one of these days I'll get there. This is all just practice, but I mean, it's complete, it works well. We got our air filter located in the bumper area under the wheel well. This is a Blox air filter. It's a, I think if I'm not mistaken, this is like 100+ millimeters. I can't remember the size, but this is the filter with the velocity stack on the inside of it. Clears quite well with the wheel turning from both right to left. It's actually not too much vibration on it. It's loose at the moment. We're obviously about to remove it. So that is what I made so far in the engine bay compartment. I can't wait to show you guys what it's going to look like when it's done though. I'm excited for that. So like for instance, like I said the last time, I'm obviously going to redo the fuel system. So what I have in mind for this, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm actually thinking I want to hide the fuel pressure regulator inside of the car, so behind the firewall, and then maybe have like a bulkhead fitting on the firewall somewhere, just with our feet maybe closer to the engine, so it can run along underneath the wire harness, and then go under the intake and find its way into the center of the fuel for a much cleaner look. So let me know what you guys think of that idea. I personally think that's gonna be like a super clean look for the engine bay. So obviously just picture all this not there. And then yeah, that hideous clutch line is gonna find its way in the dumpster as well, and we'll clean that up as well. And then we'll obviously redo the brake line. So I'm gonna remove the brake booster delete kit and then fit the OEM brake master with the OEM booster, and then we'll redo the lines on the inside of the firewall as well, and maybe get rid of that clutch reservoir and then hide it maybe either under there or inside as well. Okay, so we got everything stripped out and we're ready to pull the engine. I built this car a while back. It's very similar to what you see online for sale. So it's basically the same concept, just makes it easier to remove engine and transmission out of any Honda chassis, as long as your front nose panel at the bottom obviously is removed. So this was obviously removed, and then our traction bar makes up for that reinforcement that was in there. So now it's off to paint. Boys removing the engine. Hey nah. How does he move? There we go. Engine is out.
Engine's out.
Are you happy, Dane?
I'm happy.
And you do that?
Car's gonna go off the paint now.
Basically, what I plan on doing with this car is having like a show car finish in the engine bay, and then on the exterior everything must just look neat. So you can drive your car daily, you can take it to shows, you can go to the track. Yeah, everything will basically suit it for any occasion. That's basically the game plan. What's up, guys? So today is paint shop day. We are actually en route now to the paint shop. We actually got the car booked on a tow truck of all things. So we'll be there shortly. There we go. Okay, apologies for the wind noise. We are at Refinish Auto Panel, and that is the owner, Ashraf. How's it, Ashraf? He's got a nice spray booth in here. It's a decent sized workshop, and he'll be taking care of the dock. So we dropped off all the missing panels on the exterior, and I'm not telling you guys a word of a lie. This is the same day. It's only been a couple of hours later, and look at all the progress being done to the car already. Literally the same day. It's busy welding the rust there, plated it, and they already prepped the exterior somewhat, all the small things and stuff. Okay, so we managed to get the second-hand K-tune traction bar for the EF. So we'll be replacing the standard, or not standard, the custom traction bar that was previously on the EF. There's the engine standing pretty, waiting for the car to come back from paint. And this was the old traction bar. So obviously the guys built their own traction bar, which is not bad. It's just, I feel like the geometry might not be correct for the EF chassis, because I had an issue with caster on the car. So I'm hoping the K-tune traction bar will obviously resolve that issue for us. It looks like a tad bit bent, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. As long as it's bolted onto the chassis correctly, we won't have any issues. And the nice thing is we have the correct geometry regarding the radius arm, so we can adjust caster obviously out, caster in, to sort out the suspension and make it drive much better. So over here is the new brake lines. This is basically just to redo the brake line tack on the car, so we could route the lines towards the inside of the firewall. So we at least got the material. I know it looks a little sketchy at the moment, but we'll straighten it out and bend it accordingly to our tack basically. Okay, so today's the next day obviously, and we were on our way to go collect the trailer to go fetch the CRX, and we happened to see this EF. This is another EF K-swap in Cape Town. So I guess I'll pull over and have a look at this car and introduce this car to you guys. So yeah, this is Damian's car. He recently just had the car painted. It's also a K series. It's K24 swap. This car is beautiful.